For fans of custom cars, leather jackets, and the glitz of Las Vegas, Counting Cars wasn't just a TV show, it was an era. And at the center of that era was Danny Koker, known to millions as the Count, the tattooed, bandana-wearing rock and roll car connoisseur who brought charisma and craftsmanship together like few others could. But after Counting Cars quietly concluded its long run, fans were left asking, what happened to Danny Koker? Now, at 60 years old and with a lifetime of experience behind him, Danny Koker is finally pulling back the curtain on his life post-TV, and what he reveals has fans stunned. Chapter 1. Stepping out of the spotlight. When Counting Cars ended in 2021 after nearly a decade on air, Koker didn't immediately announce any big projects, shows, or book deals. In fact, he largely disappeared from the public eye. Rumors swirled. Was he sick? Retired? Bankrupt? Theories flew, especially on fan forums and Reddit threads. The truth, however, was far more personal and a lot more grounded. I needed a break, Koker said in a fictional exclusive interview for Auto Legends Weekly. 10 years of cameras, in your face, building cars while also trying to run a real business. It took a toll on me, not in a dramatic way, just in a quiet way. I was exhausted. Danny wasn't burned out from cars. He still loved them. But he was burned out from the pace of television. TV time is not like shop time, he explained. Everything is urgent, overplanned, and high pressure. That's not how you enjoy building something beautiful. The Count's Customs legacy. Even though the show ended, Count's Customs, Koker's real-life auto restoration shop, never stopped operating. In fact, some insiders say the business has done better without the constraints of filming. Without the need to build TV drama into the process, Koker and his team returned to their core mission, restoring classic cars and motorcycles with soul. TV was great for exposure, said Ryan Evans, the shop's lead painter and longtime friend. But Danny's not a TV star pretending to be a mechanic. He's the real deal. After the show, we went back to what we loved most, building cars without the deadlines. Over the last few years, Count's Customs has restored everything from rare 1930s Packards to modern supercars, often for international clients. The shop's backlog is rumored to be booked for over 18 months, and private collectors fly in from around the world to commission work. Personal struggles and redemption. Not everything in Koker's post-show life has been smooth. In late 2023, a story broke that he had quietly entered rehab for alcohol dependency. It wasn't dramatic, and I wasn't hitting rock bottom, he clarified during the interview. I just wasn't proud of how I was coping with the quiet. The cameras go away, the spotlight dims, and suddenly you're sitting alone with yourself. Koker decided to take action before things worsened. A lot of people wait until they've lost everything. I didn't want to be one of them. Today, he speaks openly about his recovery, having marked 18 months of sobriety in May 2025. He's also begun doing private speaking engagements with other creatives and entrepreneurs, especially in the Vegas entertainment scene, who struggle with the pressures of public life. It's not just actors or singers, Koker said. It's chefs, bar owners, tattoo artists, anyone with a brand. Vegas is a city that doesn't sleep, but sometimes people need rest. Music never left. If there's one thing Danny Koker loves as much as cars, it's music. Long before he became a TV personality, he was fronting a hard rock band called Count 77. While the band never went platinum, they developed a loyal following, especially in the Midwest and West Coast rock scenes. After the show ended, Koker recommitted himself to the band. It's therapy, he said. Getting on stage and playing music isn't about money or image, it's about connection. In 2024, Count 77 released an independently produced album titled Fuel and Fire, featuring original songs that blend vintage rock riffs with lyrics inspired by the highs and lows of fame. It debuted at number 4 on the iTunes Classic Rock chart, surprising critics and fans alike. We didn't expect much, said lead guitarist John Zito, but people felt the honesty in it. That's all we ever wanted. Koker and his band now perform monthly residencies at Count's Vamped, the Vegas rock bar he co-owns with his wife Corey. The bar has become a cultural staple for rock fans, drawing acts ranging from national headliners to local legends. Quiet philanthropy. While Koker has never been loud about his philanthropy, those close to him know he's always given back. Since stepping away from TV, he's become even more active in causes that matter to him, particularly youth outreach and classic car preservation. In early 2025, he launched the Restoration and Redemption Foundation, a program aimed at teaching auto restoration skills to at-risk teens in Nevada and Arizona. The program includes mentorship, scholarships to automotive trade schools, and summer internships at Counts Customs. "I want kids to see that working with your hands can lead to something real," Koker said. "Not everyone needs to go to college to find purpose." The first class of students graduated in May, with several already employed at garages across the Southwest. The rumors of a return. With Danny's life now thriving outside of TV, fans have begun speculating about whether he'll return to the screen. And the answer, according to Danny, isn't a simple no. "I've been approached by a few networks," he admits. "Some wanted a reboot, others wanted a completely different kind of show. More lifestyle, less drama. One of the most promising projects is reportedly a documentary-style series tentatively titled The Real Count, which would follow Koker as he travels the country restoring one-of-a-kind vehicles and revisiting American automotive history. Unlike Counting Cars, the tone would be more thoughtful, less showmanship, more craftsmanship. It would be cool to show how cars connect us," Koker muses. "Not just the horsepower, but the history. Nothing has been signed yet, but insiders suggest the series could land on a major streaming platform by early 2026. The man behind the myth, for a long time, Danny Koker was viewed through a lens shaped by producers, the grinning gearhead guru who turned junkers into gems. And while that image was real, it was also incomplete. Today, Koker is quieter, not diminished, but more grounded. He wakes up early, he attends band practice, he still wears black and still revs classic engines. But now, there's a serenity to the chaos. "I think the biggest misconception was that I was always on," he says. "The truth is, I'm a pretty chill guy when the cameras are off. I love what I do, but I don't need to prove it anymore." Fan reactions. From shock to support, when fans first heard about Koker's legal troubles and rehab stint, some were shocked, but most responded with support and admiration for his transparency. "He was a hero to me before," wrote one fan on Instagram. "Now he's even more of one." Another longtime viewer tweeted, "Danny Koker showed us you can fall and still build back stronger. That's what makes a real legend." Final thoughts, so? What is Danny Koker's life after Counting Cars really like? It's quieter, more personal, still full of muscle cars and Marshall amps, but with less noise and more meaning. The truth is, Danny Koker didn't fade away after TV fame, he evolved. And for fans who loved him on screen, the real-life version of the Count might be even more impressive than the persona. He's not just restoring cars anymore, he's restoring lives, his own included.